Vic, tell me what it's like in the dressing room at the moment. It seems the club is living in between real highs and real lows, almost from game to game. What's it like for the players?
Yeah, this mood, is very affected by results, of course. When you win, it's easier, to feel a little bit more freshness, inside the dressing room, and maybe like we had to deal a lot with this season. When you're going into a loss, it's different, but it's the ability to stay balanced, to try to see the positives every time.
The manager said that the fact that you've dealt with so much as a squad this season has brought you closer together in a way. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. I can say, when you have and you need to face some tough periods, of course you need to get more compact, and I think we did, and yeah, of course we didn't want to lose as many games as we had, but the reality is that unfortunately we had to face these setbacks, but like I said, we are still alive, so we have a lot to fight for in the next weeks, and we'll do that.
Yeah, he's still alive. So you have these setbacks, and then you have potentially on the horizon an incredible high, what would be a huge achievement. Is it a strange existence there between dealing with that and then looking or not thinking too far ahead to what you could achieve?
Yeah, I think the main aim, of course, is how to prepare ourselves is to look literally game by game and be ready to face, the next game we have to face. So this is, I think, the most important mindset we have to put in. And then, of course, we know what we are going to face on next week with the first leg of the semi-final is, of course, is important because we can go very close to a European final.
Mentally, that's difficult because you need to put in a professional, competitive performance against Liverpool. But surely the priority is coming away from that game with the squad as fit and healthy as possible.
Yeah, I think we will have to put a lot of respect, a lot of focus, of course, in that game. We will play against the best team in the league this year, and so I think also for us in terms of feelings, vibes, and what everything is related to that game, it can give us a big lift as well. So we need to put the performance in. Also, of course, trying to have a good result, and then use that energy, use that belief into next Thursday.
The head coach in his press conference was telling us that he talks about the Stonecutter's credo to the players, where you have to keep hitting a rock 100 times, but it will only break on the 101st time.
Yeah, and I think he's spot on the point. Like, he's brilliant in doing, this and telling us this kind of story, because if we want to have success in something, you have to do it constantly, every day, and trying to work on what you believe. But I can say just doing once is enough. You have to keep going, to keep continuing, and then you will get back the rewards.
Do you feel the players in the squad are recognised enough for that? Because clearly you are putting the work in, and there has been a challenging circumstances to it all, but in some respects people might only judge you if you lift a trophy at the end of it as being a success.
It depends, everyone is different, so I'm not really interested in what people can judge us for. But my aim, my focus is on what we can control and what we can do it, and then at the end we will see. We know which are our goals now from here to the end of the season.
Are you enjoying the challenge that it's presented in front of you, though?
Yeah, of course. It's a big one. It will be a big day of football on Sunday for sure. We will know what kind of atmosphere we will face there, and it has to be like this. So we are very looking forward to that. But like I said, we have to use that game to try to go away from Anfield with a good result, but like I said, with the good feelings, to try to put the good mentality on that game, because it will lead us straight away into next Thursday, and we have to be prepared for that.
And there might be players who don't play again this season who have been used when you've had times of injury and times of crisis as well. Is it much about what the squad has done as a group as any individuals from now on in?
Yeah, I think we have to rely on the group, and I think we've relied a lot during the last 2 seasons on that. Is a big part of our deal. And yeah, like I said, also in the bad moments when the good results don't come, this compactness I think is the best thing to overcome problems like a family when something doesn't go in the right direction. I think the most important thing is to try to really stick together.
Does that show the sort of mental strength of players? Because that can be dressing rooms where things don't go well, when it falls apart, and the manager may come under pressure from within the dressing room, but it seems to be the other way with you. You seem stronger as a group.
Yeah, we are. I can definitely say we are a strong group, and we proved in some circumstances that's this season. But like I said, it's about the balance you want to have in tough moments, and the way you analyze also the losses we had. But I think we did it brilliantly, and now we're just looking forward. We cannot cancel the past. The past unfortunately is over. We have just to take the responsibility and the pain for that, but now we have to look forward on what is coming next.
Yeah, on Monday night, your 2 centre halves left at half time and replaced as well. Was that a strange situation when you looked at that, or was that more about building ahead and looking to what's ahead as a group?
It's not to be fair a question for me, and I think Andrew can explain this very well. But also when Kevin and Ben Davies stepping in, they did brilliantly. So we are very, to be fair, very happy, because we have top pairs of centre back, and whichever one plays, we know the result at the end is very high level.
I only ask because it demonstrates the fact that there is a collective approach and there is a bigger picture than just one specific game at the moment in the league, say on Monday night.
Yeah, I think it has been a game where we didn't recognize maybe in the big moments of the game. Of course, when you go 2-0 down after 15 minutes, of course, when you face especially a team like Horst that is very good in defense in a low block, is always become so tough, and it has been like that. But I think we created some chances. Of course, if you can put a direction and put the game into a direction, would have been a different one. But we didn't have the capacity to resist maybe to their threats, and of course with a 2-0 down, everything became much more difficult.
Does the win in Frankfurt, though, and the manner it was achieved in, give you particular confidence now, though, going forward? It was about game management as much as
it was. I think to be fair, we played a really good football, because when we had the timing to hurt them, we created some good chances. And also, of course, it has been also sometimes in some situation, especially playing away from home in Europe, we know it's tough. The atmosphere is different, so sometimes it's about also the experienced players stepping in and maybe taking some responsibility in how to deal with some situation, how to manage a little bit the game. I think we did it brilliantly.
How are you, someone who steps in as a senior player? What do you feel your role is in the team?
Yeah, of course, because unfortunately, I'm one of the oldest guy in the dressing room. So it's part of my job, it's part of my responsibility, but it's what I love to take care about. So it's a big part of my game, of my personality sometimes, and I just enjoy it.
Well, I hope you enjoy the next few weeks, because they're going to be big.
Yeah, it will be a very busy month from now until the end of the season. We have, like I said, we have to try to overcome some situations, some not good moods, and trying to turn them in good vibes, in good feelings, and in good things, I hope.